Well, hello everyone. Hello again, everyone. I'm back from 5 minutes ago, if you were watching. The video no longer exists now, but I was playing the first 3 or 4 levels, only to be told that my mic audio was not working, even though OBS told me that it was. Apparently it had something to do with channels or whatever. I don't know. I don't even know if this one's working. I hope it's working. Hopefully someone in the chat can tell me it's working. In fact, I'm active on Discord right now. I'm going to see if my good buddy Zach can let me know if it's working this time. Otherwise, there's no point in going ahead. Yeah, okay, so while I wait on Zach joining in, let me just kind of give you a small introduction here. Obviously, we're celebrating many games here this year on Nostalgia Gaming Retro, and of course Sonic the Hedgehog has 35 years of history. Wow, I don't know if you heard that. But yeah, 35 years long history for Sonic the Hedgehog, and of course, you know, what better way to celebrate that than play his classic, his very first game, but with a twist. I'm going to be playing all 4 games, not today, throughout the month of June, as a new character. I say new character. She's been added in as an extra, officially an extra, by Sega themselves, or the developer, because Sega's a publisher. I don't know who developed this game, I didn't do my homework. Anyway, it's Amy Rose. Alright, classic Amy Rose. We're going to start a new game in just a minute. Just, as I say, waiting on Zach to give us a green light, and then we can go. Okay, yep, I've got the green light. Apparently, we are good to go. Whew. What a day. What a day this has turned out to be. Half an hour late due to some technical issues, but hey. You know, the first run, if you caught any of it, wasn't that great anyway. That was a practice. Terrible one. But yeah, anyway, obviously we're gonna play as Amy. Although, it's my favourite character's Knuckles. You'll never beat Knuckles. Do we want to start a new game? Unfortunately, yes. So this is technically, well, it would have been technically my first playthrough as Amy. It isn't now. It isn't now. At least, well, it will be in full in a few minutes. But, you know, we only got to Marble Zone, so not as if it's a big deal. Still, technical issues. It wouldn't be, as Zach pointed out, it would not be a game for this channel if something didn't go wrong with it. You know, it's like, it's very us for something to go wrong with the game before we play. You know, we have a history of mucking things up. This is the kind of luck that we have. Hold on. Yeah, anyway, so if you're just joining us, welcome. Today we're going to be playing Sonic 1, and we'll be doing every Sonic game, or at least every classic Sonic game, over the next 4 weeks. So, yeah. All as Amy. This would be my first time playing as Amy. If you remember a couple of years ago, for those of you that has been with us on the channel for long enough, I've played Sonic 1 ROM hacks before with other characters, which was fun. I'll need to unlock those videos. I think they're still on the channel somewhere. Some of those were interesting. We were playing as characters that, you know, have always been fan favourites but never officially part of the original game. Like Mighty the Armadillo and characters like that. But strangely, I was also playing as a bus one time. Yep. A bus and a submarine. Stuff of nightmares. It truly was the stuff of nightmares. Anyway, I'll get to unlocking those streams very, very soon, and then you guys can watch the torture again. Anyway, 1 Chaos Emerald down, 1 of 6 I believe. I don't think the 7th one is part of this one. I don't know, that always got me, like, why did they make it to where the first game had 6 emeralds and then every game after that has like 7? Except one. Fun fact, there's one game that has 8 emeralds in it. And if you know your stuff, tell me in the chat what game that is. Or you can look it up on Google. I'm not going to give away the answer. I'm going to make this a little fun game for y'all. There's one Sonic game in the history of the whole franchise that has 8 Chaos Emeralds in it. And it doesn't add to, you know, it doesn't add anything. It doesn't give you an extra power or anything like that. It's just, weirdly enough, they gave you 8 emeralds to collect. Oh, wow. Glad I had that shield there, otherwise I'd have been crying into... Oh, hey, hey! Oh, there we go. I got it. It's fine. We're good. Oh yeah, the dark, dark times indeed, Zach. That is, yes, it was. Submarines. Submarines and buses. The song is still in my head. It haunts my dreams. But we shall not discuss it here any longer. Oh! Crap. Wait, what? Chaos Emerald retrieval unsuccessful. Do you want to spend coins to retry? That's what you use the coins for. Okay. You only spend 1 coin to do it. Okay, yep, fine. I'll do it again. That's cool. At least it has a use. These coins have a use. I was not aware of that. That's cool. Let's not make the same mistake twice. Oh my god! Really? Alright, 3rd time's a charm. That's what they say, right? I feel like this thing goes faster than the original game. I'm fairly certain that this is faster than what the original was. I mean, look at this. What the... Alright, now it seems to be going a little slower. That's what we want. Oh my god, you are kidding me. Do not send me back down there, I swear to... I just want to go in there. I just want to go in there. In there, come on. Right. Now we're getting somewhere. Oh my god. I didn't have this problem on the first stream. Yeah, there we go. Okay, wow, you couldn't make that up. I hit the same goalpost twice. Yeah, that is a cool mechanic. That saved me. I like that, actually. So that must be the case for all the games then, because that'll be really helpful when it comes to games like Sonic 2. I hate the special stages in Sonic 2. The best ones are Sonic 3. Hands down. Right, I don't need to worry about a Chaos Emerald for this one. I think it's just me and Eggman. Oh, wow. That almost ended in tragedy. Right. Also, a shout out to our Cap, Steve, who's going to be playing the arcade version of this very, very soon. I hope he stops by. I hope he stops by today. And I know that he struggles with this game a little bit. And I feel like I'm cheating a little because in the original game you don't get the spin dash. They've obviously added it in for this version. Which, you know, it really helps. It really helps to have. But without... I mean, you don't really need any tips or tricks to complete this game, to be fair. Although, Steve, if you do swing by, I can help you with one little detail that will probably benefit you in the long run. Oh, wow. That really helps. This little gap here, I was wondering, like, maybe it was just a widescreen thing because of the, you know, the screen ratio thing for updated not graphics, but, you know, trying to make the game more to fit in with, like, modern times. But no, that's it. That actually helps with the boss fight, that little gap there. This game is easier. Maybe this is the wrong video to be watching, Steve. But this will not help you. Not the version you're going to be playing. Ah, the dreaded marble zone. One of only a few platforming levels in this game. This sucks. What a bad start. Yeah, the whole gimmick for Sonic the Hedgehog when it first came out was you got to go fast, right? Like, that was the whole thing. Then they gave you levels like this. I feel like the whole you got to go fast thing only applies to Green Hill Zone and Starlight Zone. Everything else is like, yeah, just a typical platforming game. Not that it's a complete bad thing, but when I was young, when I first played this, I could never get past this level. Or at least the one where I think the lava chases you. I don't know if that's the second one or the third one. It's definitely one of them that's coming up. So I only really ended up playing this game for Green Hill Zone for the most part. Because it was the only one I could get into and actually finish. Fun, useless fact. I'm full of these useless facts, and that's your first useless fact for the day. But yeah, if you missed it already, there is a question for you all to try and figure out. If you don't know the answer, then see if you can find the answer online somewhere. There's one game in the Sonic franchise that uses 8 Chaos Emeralds. Typically there are 7 in the lore of Sonic. This game has 6. I don't know why. Maybe it might have something to do with the whole supersonic thing, and then maybe thinking about using that for the second game and not the first. And they're like, oh, but how can we activate that? Because we never had it in the first game. Oh, I know. We'll add one more emerald into the game. That'll do it. Yeah, so if you, yeah, there you go. One Sonic game that uses 8 Chaos Emeralds. Anyway, here we go again. Oh yeah, Chemical Plant in Sonic 2. Do you know what? I actually like Chemical Plant. There are very few levels, especially in Sonic 2, that I like, and Chemical Plant happens to be one of them. Except maybe the water section, but that's nothing compared to Labyrinth Zone. Uh-oh, uh-oh. I thought I had it there. Thought I had it in the bag. Apparently not. And now we're going faster. Still, not worried. Uh-oh. Maybe just a little. It could be worse. We could be playing Sonic 2. No! Oh! Okay, admittedly this one is a little hard. What were Sega thinking when they thought this was a good idea? Did no one get sick playing this or playtesting this? What even is it now? Right, come on. Oh, there we go. Wow. And we got to continue. Hell yeah. Disney Michael, welcome to the stream. How are you doing? Hopefully you're having a good one. Hopefully you're having a better day than I am. I got off to such a start. This is our technically this is the first stream. I'm half an hour late because we had some technical difficulties, which is a common thing around here. Apparently my mic wasn't working. If it hadn't been for Zach, I would have gone through the whole game like that. So thank you, Zach, for picking up on that. It's really weird because OBS told me that everything was working, but hey, it is what it is. I think I did this before and ended up in hot water. Whoops. Okay, yeah, so this is the one with the lava chases you. I could never get past this as a kid because I was always afraid that the lava was gonna catch up to me and kill me, which it nearly did. So yeah, this is interesting because this is my first time playing through this game as Amy. And to be fair, she kind of plays like every other character, so it doesn't really feel all that different. She does have her hammer though that you can use like that, but again, I don't really know. I don't really think it's necessary to have the hammer. Still cool though. Hey, welcome to the stream. Hope you're having a great day. So this is level 2, right? I still need to get 100 rings. Right, okay. 100 rings. We're going for the 6 Chaos Emeralds. Hopefully we'll be able to do it. Yeah, the outfit that Amy's wearing is kind of cool. I think I prefer classic Amy to the modern day Amy. Maybe they'll pay homage to the classic Amy in the new movie when it comes out as well. That'd be cool. Speaking of the movies, like the Sonic movies, I feel like in terms of building up characters, it's going very slow. Like, there are tons of characters that they can use in the lore for the movies, taken from all the different games and stuff. But it seems to be that every movie's introducing either 1 or 2 characters. Well, the second one introduced Knuckles and Tails, right? Technically. Or you could say the first one introduced Tails because of the post-credit scene. But then Shadow was introduced in the post-credit scene at the end of the second movie. They didn't even have Rouge. They could have put Rouge in there somewhere. Oh wow. I guess Amy does have one benefit over the rest of the characters. She can smash through the blocks even from the side. The side view or angle or whatever. Where the rest of them can't do that. Another useless fact of the day. Is there any characters from the the games or whatever that haven't been introduced in the movies yet that you'd like to see. For me personally, I would say Espio the Chameleon. Like, I really want to see him in the movies. I think he'd be really, really cool. In fact, the whole of Team Chaotix would be cool, but Espio is one of my favourite characters. Of course, I already have Knuckles, so... and he is my favourite character. A lot of people say Silver. I don't really know Silver too well. I know of him, just haven't played any games with him in it. Yeah, this is definitely faster than what it used to be. I am convinced. Also, it's nice to be back on live. I know we set up another channel purposely to play live games, which is still very much a thing. We'll get to playing some games very, very soon on there. Have a few in mind. But, you know, for retro at least, it's nice to come back and play some live games. Not done it in... I don't think I've done it since GoldenEye, actually. GoldenEye was the last game I played about a year ago. It was like a remaster, but it was an unfinished version. And I had to stop playing because the game was... it wasn't, as I say, it was unfinished, but like where I'd got to, the game was unplayable. It kept crashing on me, so... Sonic Underground characters. Yeah, I remember Sonic Underground. Wasn't that the one where Sonic had like a brother and sister? And they were like part of a rock band or something? Yeah, I vaguely remember that. I always thought that the green character, green hedgehog dude, was the coolest. Maybe because I like green so much, I don't know. But like, I like Sonic, like green. They gave me a green Sonic. I was like, hey, this is the best of both worlds. I love this. Yeah, that was a great show. Oh, yep, I knew that was going to happen. Oh, still managed to get my ring back. Okay. Yeah, I mean, that would be cool if they threw those characters in there as well. I don't know, because from the first movie, I'm pretty sure Sonic's been depicted as a loner character. And he was adopted by... or what was the owl? There was like an owl character. What was her name? Is it Longclaw or something? So maybe. I mean, I guess they could always introduce the fact that he has a long lost brother and sister. That would be cool. The timeline for the movies also is a little weird. I know that they don't have to follow it exact, but they've gone from what, Sonic Adventure 2 to an adaptation of Sonic CD for the next film. Which is kind of cool, I guess. Still that they're taking ideas from those games and turning them into epic movies and whatnot, but if I had one gripe about the whole timeline issue, it's that we had Sonic Adventure 2 before we had Sonic Adventure 1 as a movie adaptation. And if they ever wanted to do the first one, I mean, they could still make it work, but Shadow was never part of that. In fact, Shadow wasn't even part of Sonic CD, and apparently he's coming back for this next one as well, so I guess it'll be interesting. Again, they don't have to make it exact, but it kind of makes me wonder, how's it gonna... oh, shit. How's it gonna work? Okay, how's this gonna work? I'm gonna do this on one ring. Sure. Also, Zach, I've got a question for you. Does this bring back some some memories, some PTSD moments from when you and I played the co-op version of this. That isn't out on the channel yet, but it's coming soon. I just remember that this battle causing us some issues. Alright, there we go. Marble Zone down. That's right, yeah, it was to find his mum. So yeah, that would be a good adaptation. To find the real mum of Sonic, that would be kind of cool. But then that would, like, what I definitely think they should do is have the characters go into Sonic's world, because obviously all movies up to this point have been based on Earth. So, wow, okay. So yeah, I'd like to see more of Sonic's world, to be honest. See what they could do with that. See, like, cause I think in the first movie we got to see a little bit of Green Hill. And that was basically it. I kind of want to get up there. That's not happening. Ah, nearly made it. Oh, right, yeah, obviously. So, because I always remember getting extra lives up there. So the coins, they do act as extra lives. I guess this is infinite. Oh wow, okay. Whoa, hello. Hello, we just like skipped an entire section of the stage. You're welcome. Hopefully we can still get another 59 rings. Shouldn't be too hard. 69, woohoo! Yeah, I know a few people that would have commented on that, for sure. One of whom isn't here today. I'm a little worried that we're too close to the end though. I need to maybe backtrack a little and see if we can get some rings from somewhere. Yeah, there was 3 different, from what I remember, there was 3 different animated series growing up. There was Sonic Underground, then there was Sonic, was it like Saturday Morning? I don't really know what it was called. I think it was just called Sonic the Hedgehog, but it was on every Saturday morning. And it had Sally Acorn, the squirrel. There was like a walrus dude, who I don't know the name of, I do apologise. And then there was like the Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog, which was Sonic and Tails doing like Looney Tunes stuff almost. But Tails was brown in that one, which I always found weird. Alright, so is this emerald number 5? This would be 5, right? Okay. So we're actually doing better than I thought we were gonna do. Nearly messed that up there. But there's still time. Alright. Oh man, I hate how fast this becomes. Still, as I say, for as much as this kind of throws me off a lot, it's nothing compared to the diabolical special stages that were introduced in Sonic 2. I will die on that hill happily, but I still think Sonic 2 has the worst special stages in the whole franchise. well, the classic games anyway. I know they kind of try to bring them back in the 3D games a little bit, but they are somehow a little more bearable than the 2D. And I know people complain about Tails. It's always Tails' fault as to why he hits like bombs and stuff, and that is partially true. But also, it comes down to having a good memory to remember where all the frickin' rings are and where the bombs are, and I don't have the best memory, so I say the game sucks. Well, not the game entirely, just the special stages. Sonic 3 for the win. Give me a Blue Spheres game any day of the week, I'm happy. Oh, okay. Sonic X was great. I remember Sonic X. Sonic X was that one that was based off the adventure games. Or loosely based off the adventure games, and then they kind of went in their own direction with it. Yeah, Sonic X. Oh my god, I thought I was going to land right on top of the crab. Yeah, there's a really good video coming out this month that has Zach and I playing a co-op version of this game. And it was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun to play. Zach and I like doing co-op games together. We recently did Super Mario 64. That's going to be returning to the channel at some point. I was kind of hoping it was going to be this month. It might still. I think there's maybe 4 episodes left on that. We're about halfway through, and that was a fun time. It's not very often you get Mario and Sonic in the same month, especially on Nostalgia Gaming Retro. We don't really have a lot of Mario and Sonic as well. That's one thing we'll need to look at in the future. We have spoke about playing more games, obviously, for each franchise. Look at this. This is bonkers. Yeah, we're going to do more Mario and Sonic in the future. If I can get out of this, you know, come on. Peak level design right here. Yeah, anyway. That was a thing. Wow, all I did was try and get up. Oh, one more would have cut it. Now I don't know if I should risk going back down there. It's too much of a risk to go back down there and collect one frickin' ring. I feel like I'm going to land on top of that spiky ball thing. One ring, please, come on. One ring to rule them all. One ring, please? Anyone? Ah, there we go. Rings. Whew. Yeah, we need to... Actually, I do have more co-op games planned. There's one in particular that we're going to be looking at over the next couple of weeks, which should be fun. Technically it's a ROM hack, but most of them are. Well, technically, they are. Mario was and Sonic was, so. Yeah, this next one's going to be good because it's also 4-player. That was the easiest one. That was the last one, but also the easiest one. And that confirms that there's only 6, not 7 in this version. So, all right, now we just play straight through. But yeah, I mean, again, I'm glad to be back doing live gaming on this channel. It's been a while. The whole idea of the other channel, Nostalgia Gaming Live, which if you haven't seen that channel, go ahead and check it out. We're on there too. The whole point in that channel was to do live gaming because we don't do enough of it on this channel. But that being said, I do miss doing it on this channel too. Maybe because obviously we've got a larger community on this channel. So more people are aware whenever we're on live and pop in and have a chat and stuff. Maybe it just gives me an excuse to play a good old retro game without scheduling anything. Yeah, speaking of the schedule, we've had some changes since the E26 showcase that we did back in May. Unfortunately, one of those games was Duke Nukem that we were planning to play, and that was unfortunate. One of the games was Duke Nukem, and unfortunately, that game is now no longer playable. At least from the experience that we've had. We tried playing a co-op game a couple of weeks ago, and the servers kept crashing, so yeah, Duke Nukem might not be coming to the channel after all, which is, again, unfortunate. But, you know, we'll have something else lined up. We also have Sonic Heroes, which is on a bit of a delay. And I know that Zach's probably shaking his head, probably burying his head in his hands right now, because I'm bringing up Sonic Heroes. Zach's had some unfortunate turns with that game recently, so we've put a bit of a delay on it. But I'm putting him through the torture of playing it because we had a pact a long time ago where when I played Sonic Adventure 2, Zach would edit the videos, and then I said, you know, when you go to play Sonic Heroes, I'm going to edit the videos in return. And I'm keeping to that promise. I'm still waiting, but yeah, we've had a little bit of an unfortunate time with that. It's still coming. But yeah, that's like the only other change so far. Well, Zach says it's his own fault. Technically, I put it down to emulation. You know, I would love to play all these games from their like console, their original console and stuff. I just don't have the hardware. So we rely on emulation, as you do. You know, when you've got a PC and stuff and you can enter the world of emulation, why not? I mean, I don't recommend it. I'm not saying go ahead and do it. You know, but it's not for everyone. It's probably the easiest way to play most games, to be fair. It is the easiest way to play most games. And the second-hand gaming market really takes the cake with prices of some of the old games and hardware. It's not like, you know, when you buy an old console or old game, it's... Oh, wow, this is new. What's going on here? Yeah, I mean, like, it's not like Nintendo make a profit from playing an old game or buying an old game. You know, the profit goes entirely to the store that sold you the console or whatever. So, you know, you're just lining their pockets, I guess. Hold on, I'm going to go over here. This seems less risky. I do not like this one bit. Okay, I do not like this at all. This is, this could have gone better. Whoa! Alright. It is a blessing and a curse. You're right, Zach. It is. It has its moments, for sure. But, I mean, even... Oh, wow. I got an achievement. Defeat 30 enemies. I didn't get a chance to read it, but yeah. There is, with Quake, for example. That was a legit copy on Steam. Oh, wow, my favourite level. Or series of levels. But yeah, we had nothing but problems with Quake for a while. Although, I seem to remember some of those being our own faults as well. One person in particular maybe didn't... I will not name for obvious reasons, but one person maybe didn't record their video. Maybe it was just audio or something, I seem to remember. And then we had to like replay it a couple of times. Anyway. It was a legit copy, and we still had issues with that as well. So I guess it's just old games or just games in general, even. Right. So, can we skip some of these? No, I guess we can't. Some risks don't pay off. Also, if you are joining us for the first time here, we are trying to hit our subscriber goal of 100. No, wait, what, 100? Yeah, we want to try and hit 10 new subscribers to unlock our new avatar unlock, which we try and do every month. We have another one for you all this month as well, and we need 9 more to unlock the next avatar. At least from what I remember anyway. Unless that has changed since I've been playing this. Maybe we've had a few people unsubscribe since my last stream went tits up. But yeah, we're pretty much looking for some more subs in order to unlock. And not only will we unlock an avatar, but you'll be able to get some exclusive store merch and stuff that's coming soon as well. We have a video advertising some merch that's going to be released very, very soon. And we have a new website. We are going places. We have a new website thanks to Shaz and Steve as well. And you'll be able to get the merch or information about how to get the merch from there. So far we've unlocked 2 avatars this year. We have Luxray and Shaz. So yeah, there'll be merch dedicated to those characters you can buy on the store. And then some stuff I can't exactly talk about right now because I'm not at liberty to say, but trust me, unlocking these characters is worth it. Oh wow, look at that, Swiss cheese! I found I always used to call that cheese when I was a kid. Such an odd block to have. Yeah, anyway. I don't know why I'm stopping to collect rings, I don't need them anymore. Force of habit, I guess. Yeah. Oh yeah, this thing. This son of a fat bitch on rice. Okay. You did it on purpose. One thing I like about Sonic 3, which it took them long enough to add into the games, is you have like a bubble shield that you can use, and it helps you breathe underwater. Yeah, I need rings now. Yeah, definitely. Definitely. You know, Zach, the one thing that's helping me here is that I have all the emeralds and I do not need to worry about those anymore. If I have just enough rings to stay alive, then we're laughing. I mean, this is hands down the worst map in the whole game. Maybe not this one necessarily. Maybe the next one. Level 3. Or maybe just in general, the whole of Labyrinth Zone is just the worst. In fact, here's a question for you all. Throughout the whole franchise, any game and every game in the Sonic lore, what's the worst level in your opinion? Is there one that's worse than Labyrinth Zone? Or does Labyrinth Zone take the crown for the worst level in the whole Sonic franchise? I don't know myself if I would go as far to say that it is, but it's certainly up there. I might even... I think it's fair that we maybe do 2D and 3D, so you can pick two, right? If you think that... For example, if you think that Labyrinth is the worst 2D, then throw that in. And if you have one that you think for the 3D games is the worst, then, you know, also feel free to chime in on that one too. I'm actually trying to think here. I mean, I haven't played much of Sonic Mania, and I want to play that at some point. I know they rehash a lot of older levels and stuff. I know that Labyrinth Zone thankfully isn't part of that. But I wonder if they have... Oh, not this guy. I wonder if they have some bad levels in there. And obviously... You might have not played all the Sonic games, and that's okay, because, you know, I'm not expecting you to. But maybe of the ones you have played, you'll have your favourite and least favourite. Chemical Plant for you. Chemical Plant for you is worse than Labyrinth Zone. I mean, yeah, I suppose maybe that's a fair one. It does have water in it after all. Oh wait, hold on. I want to do this. Because I know this is the end. Okay, I wanted to jump, technically, but that never worked. Yeah, that's going to give us the good ending for sure. I can't actually remember... When I played these with ROM hat characters through live last time, did they all have Chaos Emeralds? Did I get them all? The boss had you collect tires, I think it was. Which was, I guess it was fitting because you were a boss, but still. It was still weird. Alright, you know what, let's expand on the previous question. What is your favourite and least favourite level in each Sonic game that you've played? Think hard. Because there's going to be a few. Obviously, Chemical Plant for Sonic 2 for you, Zach. I mean, if you can't remember some of them, that's fair. That's, you know, I'm not expecting you to be like some encyclopedia of all the levels, but, you know. For me, on this one, my favourite is probably Starlight Zone, which, you know, I always say that because Green Hill just seems to, like, they throw Green Hill in everywhere now. It pops up a lot, and I think it's getting overused. So I'm just like, yeah, it's Green Hill again. Some levels don't get enough love. So for me, Starlight, also because you can go fast on that one. My least favourite, this one. Need I say more? Sonic 2, my favourite. Oh, now I'm asking a question. What would be my favourite in Sonic 2? Sonic 2... My least favourite is Mystic Cave. I don't know what it is, I just don't like Mystic Cave very much. Well, it's between Mystic Cave and Oil Ocean. But for some reason, Oil Ocean is slightly more bearable than Mystic Cave. Oh wow, look at these. I want to try and get on that spring so we can get a nice air pocket before we go back down. There we go. Oh, there was one right here. Look at that. Favourite level for Sonic 2? Oh, that is a good question. That I asked myself, apparently. I don't really know. Sonic 2... Once I remember liking Hilltop Zone, but I don't think in recent years it's been the same. You know what, I'm going to say Chemical Plant Zone. I like the music in Chemical Plant Zone. Would I say it's my favourite? I don't actually know, that's a very difficult one. I'll say it for now. I can't remember much else beyond Sonic 2. Like, so... But I can't remember all the levels of Sonic 2 is what I wanted to say. Try to concentrate and not dying here. Emerald Hill Zone's the first one. Chemical Plant's the second one. Yeah, okay. Now, Sonic 3, without a doubt, Ice Cap. But if we're doing Sonic 3 and Knuckles, it's a toss-up between Ice Cap and Lava Reef. Although I do, even though I consider Sonic 3 and Knuckles to be the same game, when it comes to those games separately, as they were released separately, I tend to, when I'm picking levels, divide them up. So, for Sonic and Knuckles it's Lava Reef, for Sonic 3 it's Ice Cap. The worst one in Sonic 3 is Launch Base, and the worst one on Sonic and Knuckles is Sandopolis. I hate Sandopolis, especially when it all goes dark and you've got to hit the light switches so that the ghosts can disappear and stuff. I cannot stand that. It's so annoying. Now it's boss time. I will have a look at your answers in just a second, Zach. I just need to try and survive this monstrosity. The good thing about this boss is they don't force you to go and attack him. They just force you to get up high enough to survive this. And if you can do it, more power to you. Sometimes I just get lucky. Whatever. Yeah, take that, Eggman. Oh man, I can't remember. Yeah. I mean, that's fair. Mystic Cave was a tough one. Yeah. Yeah, it was. Mystic Cave. What was the other one? Oh, actually, do you know what? My favourite level in Sonic 2 is Sky Chase. It's simple. It has cool music. And you get to ride on a plane for one level only. That's my favourite one, Sky Chase. And now we're on my favourite one in Sonic 1. Not that there's a lot to choose from when it comes to favourite games for this game, favourite levels, but yeah, this one I guess, Slim Pickens. One game I haven't mentioned is Sonic CD, and that's part of this collection. Sonic CD is a bit controversial for me. I was never a huge fan of Sonic CD. I've kind of learned to like it over the years. But, or at least tolerate it, maybe not like it. Like it's too strong a word, I think. Did I just go back now? Like, what? Where am I supposed to go? That was a dead end. Unless I'm not seeing something. Oh, wow, right on top of the dude. Right, that's how you do it. Oh, right, okay. There we go. Now I see. And we're done. I never get why there's 2 signposts. Well, okay, maybe if you don't get high enough, that makes sense. One early 3D Sonic game I do like is Sonic 3D Flickies. Oh, really? You like that monstrosity? Nah, I'm kidding. If you like it, you like it. I could never get into that game. I liked what they tried to do with it. I just could never... Oh, wow. I could never get too far with it and stuff. Plus, playing it for so long, I think there's one map on that game, might be the second area, I think it's called Marble Zone or something like that. And you have to spin around and break pillars open or something to advance. Wow, didn't even see them. Yeah, break pillars open to advance or something. And it bounces you around the map. You don't really have full control of Sonic. And it bounces you around the map when you're spinning constantly. And I could never find my way out of the level. And, you know, spinning around like that constantly made it to where I just got sick looking at the game. And I had to turn it off. So I never really did get very far with that game. Hard as balls. Yes, you said it right. You said it right. It is. Do you know what? I used to have, for the GameCube, I used to have Sonic Mega Collection. And I think they threw in, obviously they had these amazing games as well. Original Sonic and, well, the original trilogy, I should say. But they also threw in games like Sonic 3D, Flicky's Island, and the worst game of all, or one of the worst games of all, Sonic Spinball. You remember that one? It was like a pinball game. Like, that game is just, I don't know why. Okay, I do know why. They thought that the pinball idea would work as a full game, and it kinda did. I guess if you like it, if that's your thing, then, you know, fair play, but yeah, I just could never get behind that game either. Sonic Spinball, I believe it was called. What a time. What a time to have been alive. Then they had the Sonic, the 3D Sonic games, like the proper 3D Sonic games. So you had the adventure games. Adventure 1, which I'm currently playing on the channel. We just finished Sonic Story this week. I believe Amy is next week. I know I said in the video that the next game would be Tails, but I think I changed my mind somewhere. Okay, we'll just walk into it, Rapid. That's what we do. Just walk into it. That's how we do it. Yeah, so Amy's going to be kind of all over the place on the channel this week. And everyone already knows how I feel about Sonic Adventure 2. I think I've made that pretty clear. I missed that. Oh! Then there's Sonic Heroes again, you know, Zach's favourite game. Then I just kind of, I don't know, I lost touch with the Sonic games after Heroes, I think. I think I played Sonic Unleashed at one point on the Wii. Although, when I first discovered Sonic Unleashed, it was a friend of mine had it on the Xbox 360, and I remember them having the open world kind of hub where you could go around and talk to the humans and do like tasks and stuff, and it kind of reminded me of Sonic Adventure 1. At that point, I'm sure it was the only game since Sonic Adventure 1 that had that kind of open world element to it. And I was like, okay, cool. I don't have a 360, but I do have a Nintendo Wii. I'm going to go and buy the Wii version. And the Wii version didn't have the hub world. I was pissed. I don't know why. Maybe limitations and whatever. But yeah, they didn't have the hub world, and I was kind of pissed. The game is still okay. And I say okay because, have you ever tried playing most games with a Wii remote? Like, unless it's Wii Sports, you have no chance. Or Mario Karts. Yeah, anyway. Oh! I would never have called that. I thought I was done for sure. Okay, if I go this way, I am done for sure. Okay. Let me up. What kind of level design is this? Seriously? Okay, this is going to be tricky. Wow. I was on a good roll there. Oh, well, no pun intended. I was on a roll there. The last good Sonic game that I played, the last good 3D Sonic game that I played, was Sonic Generations. I liked Sonic Generations, and I recently picked up, for £10, I picked up Sonic Frontiers. I haven't played it yet. Heard good things about it. It's really weird because, I mean, I guess it depends on how well you look around on Steam, but like, they had the game on sale for like 30, was it £30 or £20? £25, £28, something like that anyway, right? And then they had a pack that had Sonic Frontiers and Sonic Superstars together for like £30 or something. And because I already had Superstars, I got Frontiers for 10. I was like, hell yeah, that's even better. No More Heroes. I've never played No More Heroes before. What was that? I've heard. Is that not the? That's like a hack and slash kind of game, right? Maybe an LA hack and slash type game. Oh, that was unfortunate. Wow, there's fire everywhere. I'm just not paying enough attention. Look at that, just get burned in the butt. Burned in the butt. Oh, why did I think that I'd get under that? Clearly that's not happening. Oh, yes. I never make that. I always get stuck. There's always like a little bit down there I always get stuck in. Usually takes me a long time to get out of. I must say, I'm doing not to... I shouldn't actually speak, you know that? Sometimes I just shouldn't speak at all. had a feeling I was going the wrong way. That's okay. That's fine. Oh, nice, 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 nice. And then, like I say, when I speak, that's when it happens. Okay. Yep, it does. It really does, Zach. It jinxes me. Anytime. You know what? I should try a little bit of reverse psychology here and be like, oh, look how bad I'm playing. Like, oh, have you ever seen anyone play this bad? That still wouldn't work. Knowing me, that still wouldn't work. Anyway, I'm gonna try a little trick here that usually works. If we can beat this bridge and go down here, we skip half the level. Or at least a good portion of it. I don't know if half is accurate, but we do skip quite a bit. I didn't say anything that time. Still. Good thing is we're getting close to the end though. In your end though. Come on. See, this one, I don't actually mind this map as much because it's nothing, even though it's modelled clearly after Labyrinth Zone, it's nothing as near, not as bad, nowhere near as bad. Then you've got this guy over here, who, as long as he can stay where he is, we're doing good. And then I'll just do this, and then that will happen. I'm fairly certain maybe I've went the wrong way. I thought we'd be done by now. If we really did skip half the level, then what did we actually miss out on? I was watching a video recently, like, I always remember that trick about skipping half the level, but there's another trick that makes you skip even more of the level, and I can't for the life of me remember what it was, and I was like, oh wow, that's cool, I've never known that. I'm going to let this guy do his thing. I'm going to sit up here and just eat bubbles. And then get hit by this thing, because, you know, why not? I need air. Air would be great here, thank you. Come on! Don't give up on me now. No! Do you know what? I hadn't died the whole frickin' game. I haven't lost a life the whole game. If you don't count, if you don't count the retries on the special stages, that I was going for, well, I wasn't really going for a clean run, like a no-death run, but that would have counted. That would have been like a no-death run in this game. I'm so disappointed. I got so close. It's whatever. It's whatever. Like, if I had made this a no-death run and, like, said, oh, if I die once, that's it. Reset. Then I would have been crying into my t-shirt right now. Give me a frickin' bubble. What is going on? Are you kidding me? Like, the game's trolling me now. It's like it knows I'm after bubbles and it's like, ha ha ha, no, not here. And that's the first time I noticed those spikes up there. Well, you know, maybe third time's a charm. I'm not going to go after that. That's going to slow me down. Apparently. Even though 10 rings would have been useful. Are you fucking kidding me? Just give me the bubble, man. Give me the bubble, man. You're learning, game. Oh, do you know what, man? I'm saying nothing. I'm saying nothing. No way. Oh, you could not write this shit down. You really couldn't. You couldn't. Yeah, I'm going to put it down to just... I'm trying to rush too much to the end, because I know the end is, like, beyond this point. Well, at least now I know I don't have to wait on that stupid thing. You know, I wouldn't mind so much if it lifted me up. Instead of just, like, throwing me to the... Oh. There is no God. There is no God. Yes, I call hacks as well. See, I think that's the point in this, because you're not supposed to have any rings here, so maybe that's some kind of weird lore to explain why you end up with no rings fighting this boss. Because if you made it to the end there with any rings at all, you still start here with no rings. Which wouldn't make any sense. It's like, where did they go in between there and here? So I guess it's fitting for lore purposes. That's why we don't have any rings, because we're stupid enough to lose them on the way up. Oh, the hammer makes that sound. I was wondering, what's that extra sound? Oh. On a plus, we're almost done. We're almost done. Yeah. It's been a good run. It would have been better if I didn't die. Maybe that's a challenge I can do at some point for myself. Like a live stream of just no death. I know there's people out there that do like a certain number of Sonic games, right? Like it could be like 1, 2, 3, whatever. And if they die even once, they reset all the way back to game number 1. That would annoy the shit out of me. But, you know, it seems to be a popular thing. I might try that someday. To see how well I can do, just on my own. And there you have it. That's the first game done. An hour and... well, roughly about an hour and 15 minutes. That's including some deaths. A couple of retries on special stages. All in all, a decent time. Oh yeah, you're saying not to do that. Yeah, that would cause me, that would force me to drink. Also, just looking at the subscriber count now, we have gone up 1 subscriber, so thank you very much to you, sir or madam, whoever you may be, for subscribing to the channel. Welcome to Nostalgia Game Retro, where I play games badly, and everyone else plays them badly too. So, no, actually, I think everyone does a really good job here. I just give them the crap tasks to do, you know. More often than not, folk will say, oh, I like that game. I played that game when I was young. It's a really good game. I'll play that game. And then reality kicks in. They remember how hard the game is. And then they try to, when they're talking to me, they try not to hate me. They're like, oh, it's your fault I'm playing this game. It's like, no, you wanted to play it. No, everybody here enjoys what we do. We all do it for you. We put ourselves through all that torture so that you don't have to. Like the Nostalgia Critic once says, he watches films so that you don't have to. I think it was something like that anyway. I really remembered that wrongly. But yeah, we play the bad games so you don't... Well, they're not bad. We play these games so that you don't have to. Oh, look at that. We get an ending. Even though Sonic was nowhere to be seen. There they are. The emeralds. Ah, there we go. There's number 7 there. So, I guess 7 was floating around in the ether waiting for us to rescue the other 6. And apparently, Eggman was not aware of a 7th at this point. Mirror mode unlocked. Hell no. Maybe for some challenge run someday. New content available. Mirror mode. You know, I think it would be a fun challenge to do mirror mode at some point. Obviously not in this stream. Not anytime soon. But, yeah, you never know. I mean, it can't be much harder, right? Surely not. You're not the worst, Zach. You're not the worst. No, you know what? We all have the games that we're accustomed to. Like, so for you, not that there's any simulation games that I can think of that fit the retro theme, but like, you're more of a simulation guy, a golf guy. I'd be crap at golf. You'd beat me every time. Me? No clue. But, you know, we all have our own games that we're good at and some that we're not. So I guess it really just depends. That's how it is. But then we always sometimes get thrown into the game together, whether it's Quake or something like that. And, well, that's when the mayhem truly happens. Speaking of Quake, there's going to be more Quake in August, the final campaign, which is going to be good. Anyway, that's it for Sonic the Hedgehog with Amy for today. I'll be back next Sunday. What's the next game that we're playing with Amy? Oh wow, Sonic CD. My favourite. Yay! Love it. Absolutely amazing. Looking forward to that. Yeah, I've never played Sonic CD with Amy before, and it's one of the games I don't really play much at all. So that'll be fun. Yeah, join me next Sunday for Sonic CD or Amy CD, I guess. Probably around the same time. Maybe a little earlier, maybe around 8 PM UK time, because we had some technical difficulties. I'm also having some verbal difficulties apparently as well. Yeah, right. So thanks everyone for watching. Thanks to Zach for keeping the chat rolling. Hopefully you'll be back again next week as well, Zach, because, you know, you can at least tell me if my audio is working or not. Also, it's good to have you hang out with us as well. And to everyone else, you know, just join in the chat. I don't bite. Not really. And yeah, so nothing else to do or say, but see you. Yeah, 8 PM. 8 PM next week. Yeah, well, hopefully. But yeah, this was fun. That was Sonic the Hedgehog 1 as Amy, first time, and yeah, all good. So I'll see you all next week. Have fun, stay cool, the usual. Bye bye.